As they would say when you're running the big-time races, means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5.
Still first down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And that will be incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 95 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kiko Alonso in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Brady going to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Returnable for Grant. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Officially 91 yards on the punt return. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Partner, the old rules about not fielding punts inside your own 10, those things are way out the window, aren't they?
Yeah, they say put your heels on the 10-yard line, but when you return it, maybe your coach doesn't say anything to you, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of special teams coach, if they've got a special guy, they'll say, yeah, okay, you can go to the 8. But this one, he really had some guts.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
First down, here's White. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Lance Kendricks, there. And it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. They will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The previous play is under review.
You see me out here? That's right.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now Brady. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, if you're into cheesy movies, you would title this one A Half to Remember, wouldn't you? His second return touchdown of the game.
What if I'm not into cheesy movies?
Well, go ahead and get into it, man, because I just did it, and you're going to green light that one. How about those returns? Maybe they got to think about not kicking him.
Yeah, they might want to go away from him in the future. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and a rout is on here in this first half. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Jakeem Grant on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game.